Good day, JSS1 students. It is nice meeting you once again. Yeah, welcome to the week online class. Now, this is a civic education class. Now, this week topic will be discussing human rights. Human rights. Let's quickly understand the meaning of human rights. What is human rights? Human rights are privileges and entitlements of freedom which citizens of a given country enjoy. Human rights are privileges and entitlements of freedom which citizens of a given country enjoy. Human rights are fundamental, inalienable. That means it can't be removed from you. Inalienable rights that you have just by virtue of the fact that you are a person. For being a person, you have human rights. For being a human, you have rights. Although governments can pass laws to protect our human rights, human rights are believed to be granted by God or by higher power. And everyone has human rights, even if legislation does not protect them. You have human rights. Anywhere you go, anywhere you find yourself in this world, you still have human rights. It's not compulsory you must be in your country to exercise some rights. Now, anywhere you may find yourself, there are some rights that you are to demand. Now, those rights are called fundamental human rights. Every government of the world need to respect them. Now, let's quickly go. What are fundamental human rights? Now, fundamental human rights are the same as the human rights. They are the entitlements that we enjoy because we are human. They are the entitlement of freedom that a person enjoys for the fact of being a human. Rights are liberties. Rights are freedoms. You are free to do something. You are free to education. You are free to learn. You are free to do this. You are free to become whatever you want to become in society. You are free to contest an election. You are free to say, I want to be the president in the future. You are free. Now, all these freedoms are called rights. Human rights all over the world was given to us by God. Although on the 10th of December 1948, the world government, that is the UNO, declared international human rights laws. And these international human rights laws are human rights. It is popularly known as UDHR, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And these human rights are fundamental human rights. That makes you a citizen of the world. No matter where you find yourself, you have entitlement to liberty, to freedom, and you are to be respected as a human being. Now, let's see some examples of human rights. Now, human rights includes, number one, right to life. Now, every individual has right to life. Nobody has the right to take your life. In as much you don't take other people's life, the government itself doesn't have the right to take your life. Number two, the right to liberty and freedom. Yes, you have the right to what? To freedom. You have the right to liberty. Now, these are your basic rights. Now, number three right on our list, on our e-note, is right to pursuit of happiness. Yes, you have the right to pursue your own happiness, what you are happy to do, what you are always having joy in. Now pursue it. Now, another right we have again is right to live your life free of discrimination. No matter your race, no matter your gender, nobody has a right to discriminate you. You are free from discrimination. And anybody that discriminates you should be sued in a court of law, because you have the liberty to freedom from discrimination. Now, another right we have on our e-note is the right to free exercise your religion. Now, you have the right to practice any religion that's what you believe in, and nobody have the right to force you into a religion. You can decide to determine the religion you want to adopt or practice. Now, another right we have on our list is the right to be free from prejudice or bias of race, gender, national origin, color, or age or sex. Yes. Now, this is simply the right to freedom from what? Racial or tribal discrimination. Nobody has the right to discriminate you. We are all equal before law, and you are to be seen as human person first before anything. Now, another right we have on our list, in our e-note list, is the right to a fair trial and due process of law. Now, you have right to fair trial. If anybody accuses you of a thing or a particular offense, now you have the right to a fair trial. Now, no government or no organization should just put punishment upon you without questions and without having a fair trial, you defending yourself. Now, these are rights that we have as a human. Now, without this right, life is almost close to meaningless. Now, let's move on the right here. We also have another right on our list here, is the right to be free from slavery. Nobody has a right to enslave you. Nobody owns you. You own your own life, and you are free from any servitude, any slavery activity. You are a free man. You are born to be free, and you should remain free. Now, another right on our list is the right to be free from cruel and unusual punishment. Now, which is also called right to freedom from torture. Nobody should torture. If you are being accused of a particular crime, now the police are to investigate properly, and the people are to investigate properly in case if it is a case of maybe you of your age, your class. Nobody has a right to torture you. Now, you should not be any unusual punishment or cruel punishment should not be inflicted upon you. Now, another right that we also have as a human, which is fundamental, is right to freedom of speech. Yes, you have the right to speak your mind. You have the right to speak. But when you have the right to speak, it doesn't mean you have the right to speak bad about people and false information. It is wrong before the law, and you can be sued for that. But aside that, you have the right to speak. Now, another right we also have here is the right to freedom of thought and conscience. Now, this freedom of thought and conscience gives you the right to have your own conscience and thought without anybody probing you or questioning you why having such. Now, another right you also have as a human being, no matter your age, is right to own immovable or movable properties. You have your properties that you own. As a human, you have from properties. Because right now you're in GS1, right? And you have your own bag, you have your own books, you have your own shoes, you have your own clothes. Now these are properties as well. And as time goes on in the future, you may also have houses or institutions, cars, if you have the money. Now nothing will stop you from having it because you have the right to have them if you desire to have them. Now all these rights are rights that makes life meaningful. Without rights, life will be meaningless. So rights, human rights, are freedom that we enjoy as a person. Now, I will want us to repeat the definitions again, then we will call it a day. Now, human rights are privileges and entitlement of freedom which citizens of a country enjoy. So, thank you so much. Have a blessed day.